Thank you for joining us here today on TV 99 North Mississippi's From the Heart, where we tell stories of life because life is interesting. Today I have the pleasure of being with Mr. Phil Nanny. Thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here.
We are going to be talking about a project coming up this weekend
Right.
that we have here in town. It's a big fundraiser.
It's a
for
huge
the New
event
Haven.
for us. It's the 9th annual Night Out for New Haven.
Oh,
It's our one fundraising event during the year. We have a special music guest, the Moonstone and Friends group that's been with us every time we've done this. They do a lot of music from 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, some newer things, so it's a wide variety. Plus this year we have a female vocalist that'll be with them.
oh wow.
And we've asked them to do a few more things featuring the band because the musicians are excellent. And so they're going to do several more pieces, just band pieces.
Right.
So we're excited about it. We have a slightly new format this year in that we're starting at 6:45. The show had run, almost 2 hours before. And so we're doing our best to let people come in at 6:45. We'll have announcements, awards. The singers from New Haven will do a song or two. And then we're going to try to start Moonstone at straight up 7 o'clock.
Wow.
No intermission. Shorten the program a little bit, and we hope we're out by 8:15, 8:20. And so make the evening a little more enjoyable, a little quicker, so that some of our patrons can get home before the weather blows in, if it's coming that day. Who knows?
Right.
It's Mississippi.
It's Mississippi.
But it's a great opportunity for us. It's a funding source that we depend on. With the new construction project right around the corner, we need all the cash we can get.
Right.
Our building, we bought the 2 pieces of property next to us. Old houses have been demolished and hauled off, and we're ready to finalize the plans. Several years ago, we had the project in line to do and started digging the foundation for the expansion, and we ran into a water problem.
Oh,
So we had to just go back to square one, start over. Matter of fact, it's really a blessing because with the monies we've raised in this period of time, we're going to be able to not do 2,000 square feet, but probably 3,000 square feet of expansion. So it's exciting in that we were delayed. We're disappointed in the delay, but happy with the outcome.
right.
Mr. William Mills, Mills & Mills Architects, is working on our final plans. We hope to have some semblance of an artistic rendering by Saturday night for the Night Out event. And so March 3rd is a big day for us.
It is.
We have a silent auction. We're going to do one special thing in the auction. Instead of just going around and signing, we're going to have a live auction with a basketball signed by the coach of the Mississippi State girls basketball team.
Oh, wow.
So Vic Schaefer has signed a basketball, is sending it up. So we hope to raise several $100s from our Mississippi State fans.
Right.
And so it's going to be a great night.
Well, that's wonderful. I did read where the new building is going to have like a kitchen and a dining
Yes.
area.
Yeah. Right now we're in a building that was designed for 12 to 15 people.
Oh, wow.
We have almost 40 clients and 5 staff members.
Right.
So we're running into each other all the time. The kitchen is small enough that only one person can work in there.
Oh, wow.
And preparing meals every day is really an arduous task. So we are going to have a nice new commercial kitchen. Because of an opportunity, we've already bought all of our kitchen appliances. They were in a restaurant in Tupelo, or had been bought for a restaurant in Tupelo when the tornado came through.
Oh, wow.
And so we had an opportunity to buy them, and it's really, really going to help us in our preparation. And we're really hoping that, well, we don't turn anybody away,
Right.
but we're hoping with the new addition that we can expand our services, that we can open it up to more people to come, because we have a large population of special needs adults. And that's exactly who this ministry is targeted toward.
Right.
are those people who need help during the day. Many of them live at home with a parent, a single parent, with aunts and uncles, with grandparents, and are alone during the day. But now they have a haven
Right.
for that time when they don't have anybody around them. So they're not stuck at home in front of a TV eating a TV dinner with no social interaction.
Right.
And so New Haven serves a great ministry purpose. Not only do we provide them a nice meal every day, but we have interaction with some great volunteers who will come in and tutor them in various basic education areas that allows them to grow from where they are, the next step, the next step, the next step. And so the things that they're doing in there are remarkable, just remarkable. I could talk for an hour about the good things that are going on in New Haven. But the one thing I always say at every interview or whenever we're going to United Way for funds or anything like that, if you're having a bad day, come to New Haven and spend an hour,
Right.
and you'll be happy. It'll change your outlook on life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did New Haven get started? Who started New Haven?
New Haven was started 55 years ago by some concerned parents who had special needs children. And in that day, there was no opportunity for them to go to the school and be involved in the daily activities of the school system.
Right.
So these parents, the Davis family and others, decided that they would put together a special place for those children. Well, they did, and they built the building that we're in now. The beautiful part of it was that those kids had an opportunity to learn some things that they wouldn't have gotten anywhere else.
Right.
Working parents. Even though the parents loved them and were devoted to them, they didn't have the time available to spend with these kids. And then several years after New Haven was up and running, in all the wisdom of the government, they decided that special needs children needed to be mainstreamed in the school system. So that left a beautiful ministry building and limited personnel. Well, what are we going to do with it now? Well, what happens to these students once they get out of high school? Where do they go then? So it was changed from a facility for school-age children to post-high school age young adults. And I say young adults because we have people in there from 18, 19 years old all the way up to the early 60s now. So we have a very diverse group. We have opportunities that are pointed toward different levels of maturation, so that if one child or one client, I still call them my kids,
Right.
if one child or a client is fairly advanced in math, well, they teach them at that level. But if they have no understanding of math, they may start teaching them how to make change. You go to Walmart and you have $5, or you go to the coffee shop and you have $5 and you buy a $3 item and you pay tax. Well, how much should you get back? So that when they're out from under the care of the New Haven staff, that they can operate within the confines of the community. So they know I gave them a $5 and I'm supposed to get this much money back.
And that's
Well,
great.
you think that's
Yeah.
just common knowledge, but until you were taught to do that, you didn't know. You didn't know. You trust whoever's there. Well, that was fine 30 years ago.
Right.
But we know now that not everyone who handles your money is trustworthy. So we're trying to give them some sense of independence when it comes to that. We try to take care of their bodies as well. We do physical things with them. We have somebody from the hospital to come in and do healthy habits for them once a month. And they'll talk about nutrition, they'll talk about exercise, all those things that will help them to understand that it's important to stay healthy or to be more healthy than they are now.
Right.
They go bowling once a week. or once a month. And I'm sure it's a sight to
I
behold.
bet.
But Mr. Wayne closes down the lanes, and it's strictly there for New Haven. And they do some wonderful things. They go to the Senior Adult Day at the Union County Fair. And you think, why senior adults and special needs adults? It's a wonderful mix. They do all those things that are enjoyable for them, and then our senior adults just love them. Several of our churches, senior adults groups, come and do Valentine's parties, Halloween parties, Christmas parties, 4th of July parties, and they love it because they see it as an opportunity to reach out to those kids. New Haven is fortunate that there's a large segment of the community that sees the need. New Haven is unique. There's not another institution just like it in the state. Not one. Because it's totally independent. It's not government operated. Now, we are very appreciative of the Board of Supervisors and their financial support, the City of New Albany and the things they do for us. We couldn't operate without it. But it's controlled by a board. It's not controlled by Washington.
Right.
So we're free to do those things that we see are beneficial to the kids, the clients. And it's really a wonderful atmosphere.
That's wonderful. Y'all have got the awards coming up, and so I know one of them is like the Friends of New Haven.
Well, we do Faith, Hope, and Love Awards. And then if somebody really has done an outstanding job that doesn't fit into, and of course everything they do over there fits into those three categories, but a friend of New Haven might be somebody who's made a financial contribution that doesn't necessarily fit into one of those three as far as being there and being involved. So we do have that opportunity as it presents itself to give that award. We started the Faith, Hope, and Love several years ago, and we'll continue that this year. We're going to do a little slide presentation before the program starts, and it will feature a lot of the activities that the clients have been up to. And it'll also give some recognition to those people who come in every week and volunteer their time to come in and help us plant flowers, or help us learn how to eat properly, or a whole plethora of opportunities for them. And so the volunteer system will be recognized as well. We could not do what we do at New Haven without huge community support, not just financial, but time. We have ladies who come in every week to volunteer their time. We need more. We could use another half a dozen volunteers in specific areas. If you have an expertise in anything, it could be painting, it could be sculpture, it could be making things out of sticks and stones, anything that would be of interest and help us to achieve better dexterity or better thought processes.
Right.
All of those things are great opportunities for our clients, and so we're open.
How would somebody get in touch with you if they wanted to be involved?
Well, they can call me at UCDA, or they can call Dr. Colette Cross. She's the executive director. Or just come to New Haven and tell Price Livingston, who's our director on site, I'd like to do something. I'd like to be involved in New Haven. And we'll find a place.
What are the hours that they're open?
We operate basically the school hours and the school calendar. We are still fortunate that some of our clients are allowed to ride school buses.
Oh, wow.
And so that helps get them where they are. We do run 2 routes every day to pick up clients and then to carry them home. And then we have some guardians and moms and dads who just drop the kids off. So basically the school day, we start having people dropped off around 7, and then we start returning them 2:15, 2:30, somewhere along there. The routes, the longest route takes about an hour to run.
Okay.
But we do our best to operate within the schedules of the school. That way, when they worry, when parents and guardians think about, well, what do we do? If they know that Bobby's going to school that day, New Haven's open that day.
Right.
If school is closed, New Haven's closed. We do close for the summer, but we have 2 or 3 activities in the summer for the clients, especially the senior day at the fair. That's a big event for them. They love that. And then we close the year with our annual fish fry in May, and that's an appreciation day for the community support. So big events coming, March 3rd, Night Out for New Haven. Tickets are $15, reserve seats. If you're not sure you want to go, give us $15. We'll give you a voucher. And if you decide you can go, come in and pick up a ticket. It's all about, Night Out for New Haven is all about the money.
Right.
I hate to be materialistic in it, but it's money to be used for the good of the clients.
Right.
And so we're not ashamed at all to ask for money. And we're going to get some money. We're going to get some money. But we'd love to have a full house, all 320 seats filled at $15 a seat. Not a lot of money, but sure does help.
That's not bad.
The silent auction will take place. Carla Stanford's putting all that together. So the silent auction in the lobby will be going on. And we'll announce that at some point in time. I'm not sure exactly when, near the end, so that everybody have an opportunity to, play jack the bid up a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. But last year we made several thousands of dollars. I don't remember the exact amount, because I think it was about $7,000 or $8,000 total.
That's good.
So it was really a good night. We had a lot of donations. Somebody will come up and give me a $100 bill and say, see if you can get somebody to match it.
Yeah.
And every year we'll get from $1,500 to $2,000 just in matching that $100. 2 years ago, a guy came up and gave me a check for $500. He was a friend of Curtis Downs, who's the organizer and lead singer for Moonstone, and he had come from Memphis, I think.
Wow.
And he said, I'm amazed at what you're doing. Take this and just put it in the pot to make things better. But once you see the clients, once you understand what they're doing and why we're doing it, the pocketbooks opens and the heart warms.
Right. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with us
Glad
today.
to be here. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here today on TV 99 North Mississippi's From the Heart. We hope you join us next time.